Hello folks, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever with the Nordic DLC. You join me at the money pit that is Haxby's, station interchange. The only things that are coming in and out of here at the moment are goods trains, but that's going to change in the relatively near future. I see, look, two of them coming in at once. How exciting. It's good stuff. Last time around we built, we spent a lot of money last time around. Between various tunnels and bridges and this epic scale monstrosity going on here. And if I call up the finances sheet, you can see exactly how much I spent. As promised, I have rolled it forward by a couple of years, so I've got cash to proceed. And I've noticed something interesting, which I shall come to in a moment. But look at this. I spent 17 million on new track. Ooh. And then a further $500,000 on extra roads and what have you. Not a cheap construction, and frankly, it didn't accomplish very much. We made a start, but we've still got a long way to go. Now, here's the thing I observed before we get on with the meat of today's extravaganza. So Haxby Halt is where all of the goods are kind of prepared and then shipped out to deserving people around the map. Production's okay. What the latest patch introduced was apparently that your goods setup will grow twice as fast as it used to and shrink half as fast as it used to. On paper, this sounds great. However, I'm not convinced it's working. Largely because the production value, the production amount from the oil refinery here fluctuates quite regularly. In the last year, it's fluctuated between 165 and 175. Now, I'm fine with that. I mean, demand is demand, right? It's not, if there's low demand, then you see, look, it just jumped up to 172. It'll be back down again in a minute. It's most perplexing. Don't get me wrong. I'm quite happy with it the way it is. Obviously, if my surrounding towns had more of an appetite for goods, then the production quantity would go up, and it will over time. But first, I've got to get people moving, and this whole section I've got here going on here, between these two stations here, I'm going to remodel this repeatedly. Not all at once. It's okay. You can, go like, geez, man, I'm fed up of looking at this stretched landscape. Can't we go somewhere more interesting? No. It's going to take me a while to get this in such a fashion as I actually like it. If you recall the last series, and hopefully you were with me for that, the 8-track approach to one of the stations that I set up there. That was something that I tinkered with endlessly, and frankly, I could continue to tinker with endlessly. Getting this amount of track to work in a way that is smooth either involves excessive amounts of building to the point of lunacy, or it involves signaling and a queuing system that works fluidly. Now, either of these are fine. Using if we back up to the goods station again here, this is an incredibly lazy build on my part, because there are 5 services that run in and out of this station, and I've got 5 tracks for them to use. How lazy is that? That's spending money rather than thinking in a clever fashion. But hey, I'm cool with it, and frankly, goods making money is still something of a novelty as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, on with the show. Let's crack on. Right, what I'm going to do today is we're going to get Masham running a passenger service through Haxby all the way out to Bridgeport. You see, I'm fuzzy on the pronunciation there. Someone correct me. I'm pretty sure it's Bridport rather than Bridgeport. It feels like it should be Bridge, but it's not. And this is extending out of the bridge we built last time around. And so I have to think in terms of the circuit that will eventually go around the outside of here. And of course, some idiots built a goods station there already. I am that idiot. How much are you actually packing? 14. Barely making a profit. still, it is helping growth, and that's satisfactory for now. So what we do know is that we will be running a northeast southwest on this town, you know, to keep up with the master plan. It's just a question of where is this cross-country route? Here we go. Where's it actually going to land? And I can't help but think it's going to be over here, right? That feels right to me. Or over here, in fact. In which case, this jolly station here is completely in the wrong place, unless... No, that's what I'll do. Right, okay, I have a plan, and I'm happy with this plan. So what do we want? We want a 3-tracker here. Right, what I'm going to do is normally, right, I'll talk you through this brainwave. Okay, so if we imagine, here's our, as we look at it now, north station, obviously facing the other way, like that. I'll even zoom in a little so you can see what's going on. Right, and then we'd have another one down here with a bit of space in between the station and the town so the town can grow, and then same on side to side. Right, so far, so flaming obvious. Now, the difficulty I've got is that I've got this goods route here, which, I mean, it needs looking at and needs expanding. But now is not the time for that. We're not at a point yet where that makes sense to do so. But the fundamental is that in the centre of that circuit would be the town centre. It's a no-brainer. And I thought, well, if I wanted to put that right in the centre, then I would need to be building my station around here. Right? And so the brainwave I had was, well, what if you said that the town centre was actually there and build your station here? So that's what I'm doing. There we go. It's going to make for a lot of foot traffic unless I lay on some coaches or some such, but I'm happy enough with this that I'm just going to spend the money. The money is spent. We are rolling. We're all rolling live. Okay, so this is you know, a starting point for the network in this town. Can I pull this out here? Yeah, you can. Look, there you go. Marvelous. Right, and then we'll just bang this on here. Now, the reason I always use this large street approach when there's literally loads of space. Don't talk to me about not enough space. Hogwash. The reason I always use large streets there is obviously it helps you later on with traffic capacity, but also the AI seems to be reluctant to build it. So if you're not building large streets, don't expect the AI to do it. Okay, and now a very simple operation that is never going to work, which is getting track underneath an iron mine, coal mine even, because you can't, for love or money, go underneath an existing structure. See, it will always collide. Actually, on the face of this evidence, I'm not entirely sure that's true. Yeah, you get a terrain alignment collision. You can't go underneath it. Okay, well, you know, that's acceptable. I suppose, given that it's a mine, that's actually not an unreasonable statement. So, right, I want to pile out here. So what we've got here is we've got an external facing single lane, single track, because we're not going to be running that many trains on this cross-country route, probably 2 or 3 total, maybe. But we'll split into double track along the way in order to avoid snarl-ups and junctions and all of that kind of behaviour. Hey, going over the top looks pretty good. So that just leaves... Now, this is expensive, running this as a non-stop bridge all the way. What's it colliding with? If it's colliding at this end, then this is a walk in the park. But I suspect it's this bit of road. In which case, it's a really easy fix, especially since it's only costing me £1 million, and that's a heck of a lot of bridge. Yeah, that's the one. So let's get rid of the road here and see how we get on, especially since that coal mine doesn't actually need the road in the first place. Ooh, this reminds me of something else that I noticed. Hold on. Let's get this done, and then I'll show you the other thing I noticed, assuming I can remember that long. Given that, you know, I'm looking at another 13 or so minutes of recording here, can I remember this thought for another 13 minutes? Okay, so this is good. Plenty of merger space for a secondary track going in there. The only question really is this viaduct? Yeah, viaduct is not at a ludicrous height. It's going to be at a relatively stable incline. I'm quite happy with that. Do we want to do something different? Yeah, a bit of this maybe? No. What about this? That's hideous. That looks like it's built in Minecraft. Taking nothing away from Minecraft, which can, of course, be perfectly beautiful. No, that'll do. I'll take it. There you go. Sold. That's easiest spend I've made all day. Right, let's get you snapped along here there, soldier, and let's bash you out the other end. Somewhere around here for starters. Oh, that's another 500,000. Okay, clearly, you know, one of the more expensive purchases of the day. I expect my second track to be cheap as chips. Anyway, while we're in the area, let's get this country. Why won't you fit through there? Now, I don't know if it's my building style. No, it can't be my building style. The game pretty much built this on its own. Could be because we're on a hill, I suppose. Look, I'd really like to get a bit of road under there. Is that too much to ask? It is too much to ask, given the change in inclination. Okay, well, that's going to need some sort of underground bypass, I suspect, or maybe we can squeeze through under here somewhere. Look, I'm going to do another 5, and if I can't find one that wants to play ball, we'll just move on. What about going up? No, don't fancy that much either. That was 2. Let's go even further. Well, obviously not. Obviously not. I think it's going to be a tunnel job, that one. Okay, right. Do we need it connecting? I think we possibly do. Possibly don't. What the hell? I'm not bothered right now. I'll just leave it the hell alone. Right, let's get this finished off, and then we can get some trains running down it. And that's, you know, that's why we're all here, isn't it? Let's put the merger point there. If ever the trains get so close together that they're waiting at this particular set of points, I have failed dramatically. Right, let's put one of those on here and one of those on there. And what do you know? We've got a cross-country service. Now, this has the potential to make me an unrealistically large amount of money. Oh, we haven't got a cross-country service. I haven't built the other end of it. Doesn't matter with you. So, again, right, we're running through here. Now, this section here is what's causing me so much stress at the moment. I hate it. I hate this interchange here. There is going to need to be some remodelling. The only sticking point being this bridge, which cost me 15 million quid. Yeah, I don't like it in the slightest. Especially since here's my goods route, right, which comes through there. It's a straight flaming line. Whereas the passenger service comes up this section here, and in a perfect world, I can't remember who it was in the comments. I believe it was Captain Percival of the Titanic, who said that I should endeavour to continue trying to get the bridge to work there. That was Plan A, right? Was to bridge the goods services over the top. I mean, don't get me wrong, that would look tremendous. Getting it to work, however, dream the hell on. You know, maybe I'll persevere when I'm bored and rich. Anyway, onwards. Okay, so we just need to connect up to Masham or Marlow, whichever the hell one this is. Masham, isn't it? This is definitely Masham. Where are you 4? Where are you 4 going? I know where they're going. I forget. I choose possibly to forget. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, it's only 2. Because we've got the interior track on the first 2, and then the exterior, which is going to hit up Poole, Marlow, Kidsgrove, Poole, Lostwithiel. Alright, fine, okay, we're cool with that. Right, now let's snap a bit of track on here, and then we'll snap another bit of track on here. Now, the purists among you will say, just run your passenger services up the same one as the one with the goods on it. To which I say, nay. and not in a comedic horse impersonation kind of a fashion. No, I say nay in the sense of no. Look, the last thing you want is your passenger services getting snowed under because they're being held up by some wretch who's hauling 800 tons of cargo. If in fact probably more than 800 tons of cargo. We've got a big ditch going on there. A big unused ditch. A big unused ditch that demands flattening. I cannot leave this unchallenged. Well, I'll tell you what else I'll do. I'm going to plant some flipping trees on the top of it. And we'll make it look like it was never there. I'll be quick, I promise. Hold everything. Hold everything. There we go. We've got a gentle undulation. Although it is a gentle undulation with a scorched earth motif going on. Oh hum. Yeah, that's all good. Right, trees. Give me something that looks local. You don't look local. That's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Oh, don't tell me I can't do... Oh, there we go. Right, we got spam trees. Tree spam. This is the single finest move on the part of the devs with this particular update is the ability to just hold the mouse button down and spam the hell out of these trees. Now, of course, this being a new update, you never know whether this is entirely stable or not, and therefore wiggling my mouse in this fashion could well lead to a crash to desktop, in which case it's no more than I deserve. Of course, I'll probably end up bulldozing all of these again in the near future in order to lay something else through here, but for now, I just want to make it look completely natural and not, in fact, an entirely different species of tree to the surrounding area. Hey mod guys, let's get your special trees into the new interface. I know it's only just come out, but you know, you're my guys. You can make this work. Right, there we go. Yeah. In fact, if we did a little scatteroo around the edge here, we can make it look like, oh, okay, maybe it's not a foreign tree incursion into what was a rather marvellous Norwegian pine growth. Enough, right, onwards. There you go, see, look, that doesn't look wrong at all, apart from the fact that it does. Again, one for the let's revisit that later list. Right, okay, let's bang this up here. Now, the other thing I'm not happy about is this flipping great lump of earth that has been dug up in order to lay track down here. And there's no time like the present for sorting this out. Look, see, I mean, it's not unrealistic. You do often see trains on embankments, particularly in Europe, but there's a perfectly nice bit of surrounding grassland that would suffice really quite nicely. Should we put this on the rich and old and bored list again? I think we will. Let's, you know, the key message we want to get across to the kids here is, you know, get it done and then get it done better later. See this as a first pass, a draft, if you will, of the finished product. Right, and then once again, once we get, let's continue around to there, and then, if I'm very lucky, or rather if the game's very lucky, because had it decided not to do that, I was about to say, you know, for all of A-Train's faults in terms of track laying, it would have let me do that, but this let me do that as well. So, you know, I'd be not only on thin ice, I'd be hopelessly wrong. Right, okay, train time. Let's get this route set up. Oh, I can sense a naming convention coming on. Where the hell am I? Right, here we go. Right, coming out of our friend Masham North. We're going to go through Lower Haxby. Why it insists on defaulting to brown at the moment is a little baffling. And then all the way up here to Bridport. Right, okay, good. And it seems to have had no difficulty at all in defaulting to the side of the track that I want it to default to. Of course, this happening is largely as a result of my learning to do everything in a European fashion, which I suspect is possibly in a US fashion as well, whereby trains have a preference for driving on the right. Okay, smashing. I do need to stick some more signals down at Lower Haxby, but this is satisfactory. We only hope that the trains in question will comply, will play ball. And as luck would have it, we have a depot sat right there. Doesn't look like a depot, but I assure you it is one. Okay, naming convention. Let's call this an X service because it's cross-country, right? And this is Masham to Bridgeport. Bridport. Brid. There's no G, so how could it possibly be Bridgeport? Right, let's buy me a train. We'll stick with the DSB Litra. See, I think it should be Litra, but it could well be Litra, given that it is of a Scandinavian leaning. Danish, in fact. Okay, right, yes, because it's quick, right? The Litra P, I can see no point at which buying one of these makes any sense at all, particularly as they're not balanced in terms of cost at the moment. There's just no sense in buying one. They're slower. Everything else exactly the same. It's just slower. This is in no way a superior engine. The end. Right, we're going to have us one of those, and then we do have the new carriages. Now, the new carriages carry 2 fewer passengers. And you kind of go, well, why would I? Well, their top speed is only 43 miles per hour, whereas these cheeky little fellas will do 56. And given that we're going quite a lick in terms of distance, we'll take a bunch of those. Let's get it up to, what's that, 48. 48 is more than enough for the moment, and that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's either going to be this or 10. Well, demand isn't going to be there, but keeping the speed up is a priority. So there we go. That's a mission decided. Right. Let's see how we get on here. Most interesting, of course, is going to be what? How interesting is this going to be? It's going to be relatively 11 minutes. There we go. Door to door, 11 minutes. Then when this hits the far end, I shall build another one of these and set it running in the opposite direction. But this is where we come into the big scheme. The big scheme. Now, if I want to travel from Marlow to Bridport, right? It's a thing that people want to do on occasion. My choices at the moment are hop on a coach and take, the rest of my natural life to get to Haxby, where pretending this train doesn't exist, I can then get another coach that takes me out to Lostwithiel or somewhere like that, and then get another coach to go to Bridgeport, by which time I'm dead. Or modern, that's what this is. Or I can catch the train from Marlow to Masham, and then get on the crosstown, head out to the other side, bang whiz across the map to to Bridport. Now, the goal, or the hope, the aspiration is that route, so going Lostwithiel, Masham, cross town, and then cross route, I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm going to say, is going to be quicker than taking the outer route here. I don't feel that. I think that's going to be way faster. So I think when the time comes, it's going to be a case of putting the fastest trains on the cross-country route. Anyway, here we go. We're ripping along. We're downhill. We've had a bit of a run up, and we managed to get up to 41. 42. Okay, we've got a top speed in the low 50s. I'll stick on fast forward. Yeah, we'll follow along. I apologise for the implausibility of the speed here. I just want to... 54, 55. This is promising. Top speed. Okay. This is all good. And it's not the gruntiest of engines out there. No, stop doing that. You can do it off this. He should be stopping about now to pick up either or in fact both of the passengers waiting, or none of them. No. Nobody ever wants to ride the first one. We get no early adopters. Not on this map. See what I've done here? Xmas. See, Xmas. It's like, you know, it's like a festive route, probably. Oh hell, I forgot to put my signals on. All right, okay. Let's ease down the pace a little. I'll get the signals on. Now, this is a point at which I do, for once, actually have to be careful with signalling. If I trap a train between signals in this section, it will be a disaster because there is a lot of traffic using a single piece of track down there, so I have to keep my meddling paws out of the way of interfering with that. Otherwise, it will just be chaos. Speaking of chaos... What's this? A Coach Fest 1888. Good year for Coach Fest, I suppose. Right. Okay. No, don't close. Oh, yeah, forever closing windows. Why? Your obsession with tidying up after yourself. Where's he got to? You, come here. Look, I need to keep an eye on you for when you turn up at the station. Right? Stay over there. Keep your head down, otherwise I'll probably close it again. Now, here's what I wanted to show you. Remember earlier on I said I wanted to show you something, and it's something that perplexed me, and I bet it's not doing it. No, it's doing it. Look at this. Look at this disgrace going on here. All of these goods could be going by train, but no, they are wending their way merrily cross-country. I have a ruddy train that does this run. This may even be it now. It's not, but it could have been. Come on, lads, go by train. You know, the train runs often enough. I'm pretty sure it runs often enough. Haxmas is... No. Is it Haxmas? No, it's not Haxmas. Maybe it is Haxmas. Haxby, Masham. Yes, it is. 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute turnaround. This is well within your reported acceptable speed. How much have you actually got waiting for Haxmas at the moment? 2. No, it probably only just left. Yeah. Oh, meanwhile, I think we're there. Are we there? We're there. Grand. Anybody at all? Pause. 2 passengers. Hey, there we go. See, already people are embracing the future. And hello there. What's this jolly gentleman doing waiting? He's waiting for the Christmas line. Yes. Right, which means we want to get another one. Buy trains. Apparently I can clone the train. I never knew where the clone train button is, but I'm not going to do it anyway, because why would I take the joy of putting one together for myself away from myself? Right, 48, please. Thank you. 48, assign you to the Xmas line. Right, off you trot. I'm going to pause you just for a moment, just so that I can properly synchronize, you know, times leaving stations, that kind of stuff. Of course, all this is going to get thrown into the wild when these chaps get lit up waiting for goods trains to run through that single section of track. It's going to bother me, that one. I'm going to have to fix that somehow. Anyway, here we go. And... yes. Okay, so basically the demand there, I suspect that wasn't someone riding the train. That was someone who was who walked from nearby. In fact, you can see him coming there, look. Right, you're free to go. Get yourself moving. And there we have it. Right, where are the... there we go. Here are the circuits going on here. Anybody waiting? Anybody on board? 10 passengers on board. And if I'm right, those 10 passengers came from here. Look at this, waiting for the Clockwise train. And this is another thing that concerns me that I need to look into. Because I've experimented with this already, and hopefully this is a better iteration of it. But they only ever want to ride the Clockwise. They're not bothered about riding the anti-clockwise in the slightest. And I say to you, but why? Surely they are as fast as one another. Or maybe coming from here round to here is just as fast. It's faster, rather, than running round this way. Or maybe they don't give a monkeys about speed at all. Anyway, that's something we will find out in the future. Now, where's my 2 passenger trains? Oh, I've been waffling on for so long. I missed it. No, that's the good service, you Burke. Where are we? Okay, there we go. Here we go. Oh, look. As predicted, one is waiting. What's he waiting for? He's probably waiting for a flaming good service. And he's going to be waiting for a little while. Because if there's not a good service coming through here, this is a terrible piece of track. Look, it's only this much that is single track as well. Surely I don't have to do that as single track. Surely not. Surely I can double track that. Okay, that's what I'm going to do next time. I have gone on long enough today. Thank you very much for watching. So yeah, here we go. 2 passengers coming back. I think it was 4, wasn't it, that we're carrying out the other way? 4. Magnificent. And this is, you know, this is the start of a modern. Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you heading to Bridgeport? What the hell route are you on here? Right, you come up here. You should be going to mash them. Oi! Okay, in next episode of Things I Don't Really Understand, I'll have that fixed. Why are you going to mash him? Why aren't you going to mash? Turn around. Come back. No, hold on. No, you can't turn around. You have to go now. Oh, look, the whole thing's in flaming chaos. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. And, you know, the famous last words of everything's in chaos shows that it's business as usual. There's a lot of trains happening here, but they're waiting for this bit of train. I'm going to fix that bit of track. That's next episode. Cheers for watching. Chuck us a like. Do the thing with the subscribe button that you're supposed to do. You know what that is. And I will see you very soon. Thank you very much. Cheerio! This